Hello students, we are learning electromagnetic field theory, which is module 2 of physics subject of AKTU Lucknow, KAS 101T and KAS 201T, which is physics subject, and this one is fifth lecture of this series. I am again Dr. Sujit Kumar Agarwal. I am associate professor of physics at KNIT Sultanpur in the department of applied sciences and humanities. So, let us see what we have learned in previous lectures. We have learned integral and differential forms of laws of electricity and magnetism. Then we understood some mathematical concepts, gradient, divergence of curl, and line, surface and volume integral, divergence and Stokes theorem, etc. And we also understood continuity equation for current, its significance and how is Ampere's law valid only for a steady state case. And then we learned Maxwell's modification of Ampere's law for time varying electric and magnetic fields, and displacement current and its physical significance, and then Maxwell's electromagnetic equations in integral and differential forms and their physical significance, and then electromagnetic waves in free space we have discussed. We have shown that time varying electric and magnetic fields propagate in space as waves with velocity of light, and we have also understood propagation of plane electromagnetic waves in free space. So, in this lecture we will understand phase relationship between electric and magnetic fields, between electric and magnetic field vectors of plane electromagnetic wave which is propagating in free space. And then we will also discuss transverse nature of electromagnetic waves in 3 dimension general case. We have understood the transverse nature of electromagnetic waves in case of plane electromagnetic waves, but in this lecture we will also understand the transverse nature of electromagnetic waves in 3 dimensional propagation of electromagnetic wave. So, let us recall what we have learned for the propagation of electromagnetic waves in free space. From Maxwell's equations for free space, we obtained these equations, and Maxwell's equations for free space are these 4 equations: del dot E equal to 0, del cross E equal to minus mu 0 delta H by delta T, and del cross H equal to epsilon 0 delta E by delta T, and del dot H equal to 0. H is magnetic field in ampere per meter. It is actually magnetizing field, and B is magnetic field, or it is also known as magnetic induction field, and magnetic induction field is written in Tesla. So, the operator in this equation del square operator is this operator. Del square is delta 2 by delta x square plus delta 2 by delta square plus delta 2 by delta z square. Okay. So, these 2 equations of electric and magnetic fields, these are wave equations. We have seen that E and H vectors varying in space and time, they propagate as waves, and velocity of electromagnetic waves in free space we have evaluated already in the previous lecture. V equal to 1 upon root mu 0 epsilon 0, which on substituting the values of mu 0 and epsilon 0 gives V equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, which is velocity of light in free space. Okay. Considering uniform plane waves propagating along x axis, we considered plane waves propagating along x axis. We found from Maxwell's equations that E vector and H vector, if wave is propagating along x axis, then electric field vector E and magnetic field vector H has no component along x axis, and E vector is, if E vector is along y axis, then H vector is along z axis, and the components of E vector and H vector are related by this equation, mu 0 delta H by delta t equal to minus delta E y by delta x. So, this we have already studied in the previous lecture. Now, we will understand the phase relationship between the electric vector, electric field vector E and magnetic field vector H. So, let us suppose the electric field is given by E y equal to E 0 y sin omega t minus k x. In case of plane electromagnetic wave propagating along x axis, we have seen that electric field has no component along x axis, and we considered y axis along electric field vector. So, electric field has only y component. So, y component of electric field, we suppose that y component of electric field is given by this equation, wave equation, E y equal to E 0 y sin omega t minus k x. So, what is the phase of y component of electric field here? It is omega t minus k x. Now, we have already shown that the if electric field is along y axis, then magnetic field is along z axis when wave is propagating along x axis. So, and the relation between electric field vector and magnetic field, component of electric field and component of magnetic field is given by this equation. So, we have E y, we have supposed E y equal to E 0 y sin omega t minus k x. So, we can substitute in this equation and we can evaluate the magnetic field component of magnetic field H z, we can evaluate H z. So, let us substitute E y, substitute for E y. So, delta H z by delta t equal to minus 1 upon mu 0 delta by delta x of E 0 y sin omega t minus k x. So, we differentiate, we can differentiate this with respect to x. Then we have right hand side, we have k E 0 y by mu 0 cos omega t minus k x. So, the component of magnetic field H z we can obtain by integrating the right hand side, integral k E 0 y by mu 0 cos omega t minus k x dt. So, while integrating we get H z equal to k E 0 y upon omega mu 0. Omega is angular frequency of the wave, mu 0 is permeability of the medium, permeability of free space, E 0 y is amplitude of electric field. So, when we integrate we get H z equal to k E 0 y by omega mu 0 sin omega t minus k x, or we can write this as H 0 z sin omega t minus k x. So, amplitude of magnetic field we have H 0 z k E 0 y upon omega mu 0. So, if we compare the equations for electric field and magnetic field, the magnetic component of magnetic field H 0 z sin omega t minus k x, it comes out to be H 0 z sin omega t minus k x, and component of electric field is E 0 y sin omega t minus k x. Both of these E y and H z have the phase omega t minus k x. So, in the electromagnetic wave, E vector and H vector propagate as wave mutually perpendicular. They have directions mutually perpendicular and perpendicular to direction of propagation, and they are in same phase. See the figure. In this figure, wave is propagating along x axis, E vector is vibrating along y axis, and z vector H vector is vibrating along z axis, and E vector and H vector are in same phase. So, the amplitude of magnetic field H 0 z is k E 0 y by omega mu 0. So, from this equation we can get E 0 y by H 0 z equal to E 0 y by H 0 z equal to omega mu 0 by k, and this E 0 y by H 0 z is also same as E y by H z, because E y and H z both have same phase. So, omega mu 0 by k, this omega by k is velocity of the wave. So, E 0 y by H 0 z is equal to mu 0 c, c is velocity of light, and c is 1 upon root mu 0 epsilon 0. So, this evaluates as E y by H z equal to square root mu 0 by epsilon 0. This ratio E y by H z, this is called as characteristic impedance of free space. If this is written for any medium, then characteristic impedance of that medium. Okay. So, now let us consider a problem, analytical problem. The problem is the electric field intensity. Suppose electric field intensity of a plane electromagnetic waves propagating in free space is given by E equal to E 0 cos omega t minus z by v j cap vector, unit vector j cap is along y axis. Then find the expression for components of magnetic field intensity H with the help of Maxwell's equations for free space. So, let us see how this question can be solved. The given electric field has only y component. Electric field has direction along unit vector j cap. So, electric field has only y component. So, it is actually E vector is actually E y j, and E y is function of z and t. You can see from this equation E y is function of z and t. So, E y is function of z and t. What that mean? It means that electric field is propagating along z axis. Propagation is along z axis, and electric field has only y component. So, from Faraday's law, we have del cross E equal to minus mu 0 delta H by delta t, and left hand side we can evaluate by writing the determinant. Electric field has only y component. So, components of electric field are 0, E y and 0, and the operator del is defined as this. So, in the right hand side we have written the components of magnetic field. So, when determinant on the left hand side is expanded, we get these two terms in the left hand side, and the electric field E y is function of z and t only. So, differentiation of E y with respect to x will be 0. So, we get if we equate components of vectors on the two sides, then we get mu 0 delta h z by delta t equal to 0, mu 0 delta h y by delta t equal to 0, and mu 0 delta h x by delta t equal to delta E y by delta z. Now, this gives h z equal to 0. Magnetic field has no component along z axis, and h y equal to 0, magnetic field has no component along y axis, and this equation relates electric field, component of electric field and magnetic field. So, if we know E y, then we can evaluate h x from this equation, and we know E y is given in the problem. So, we can substitute the value of E y in the equation. We have shown that mu 0 delta h x by delta t equal to delta E y by delta z, and we can substitute E y here, and we will differentiate E y by with respect to z. Substitute E y and differentiate E y with respect to z, and then to obtain h x, integrate right hand side with respect to time t, and therefore, right hand side h x equal to minus E 0 by v mu 0 cos omega t minus z by v. This you get. So, the magnetic field, what will be the magnetic field? We will write all the three components I h x plus j h y plus k h z. So, h x equal to 0, h x is 0, h y is 0, and substituting value of h z, we get the equation for magnetic field H. Okay. So, now we will discuss the transverse nature of electromagnetic waves in the general case. We have discussed the propagation of plane electromagnetic waves in free space. Now, let us discuss the transverse nature of electromagnetic waves general case. So, in general electric field and magnetic field are propagating as waves, and we can write equation for electric field and magnetic field wave as wave. We can write electric and magnetic field as these equations: E equal to E 0 exponential I k dot r minus omega t. This I is square root, this I is square root minus 1, this I is square root minus 1, complex notation, this I is complex notation. So, E 0 e to the power I theta kind of equation is this. So, I k dot r minus omega t, and B equal to B 0 exponential I k dot r minus omega t. Omega is frequency, angular frequency of the wave, and these equations, we can write this equation as this equation. So, what we have done in this term, in this equation, exponential term is e to the power I k dot r into e to the power minus I omega t. So, e to the power minus I omega t is written with E 0. If we write E 0 t as E 0 e to the power minus I omega t, then this equation can be written as this equation. Here E 0 t is function of time only. Similarly, here B 0 t is function of time only. The propagation vector k is I k x plus j k y plus k k z. This I is unit vector along x axis. It is written with a cap. I k x plus j k y plus k k z. K x, k y, k z are components of propagation vector k. So, this E 0 t vector E 0 t can be written as I 0 x t. This t in bracket shows that E 0 x t is function of time and E 0 y is function of time in this equation. Similarly, equation for magnetic field B 0 t is I b 0 x t plus j b 0 y t plus k b 0 z t, and vector r is I x plus j y plus k z. So, therefore, k dot r will be k x x, k y y, k z z, and del dot e will be the operator del is defined as this. So, del dot e, you will operate this in this. Let us expand the right hand side, then del dot e equal to this is operator del and this is electric field E. Here in this equation the differentiation is with respect to x, y and z space coordinates. So, E 0 x, E 0 y, E 0 z are functions of time. So, when you differentiate with respect to space coordinates, then these will be considered as constant, and further evaluation gives del dot E equal to these. Here k dot r was expanded and here we have taken the dot product, and after differentiation with respect to space coordinates we get this. So, del dot E changes to I k dot E 0 t, this I k dot E 0 t e to the power I k dot r, and this is del dot E equal to I k dot E, this gives. So, when we have dot product with vector operator del, it is del is replaced by I k, del dot E equal to I k dot E. So, we have seen that del dot E equal to I k dot E for free space, del dot E equal to 0. So, we have I k dot E equal to 0. So, k dot E equal to 0, that it means vector k and vector E are mutually perpendicular. Vector k is along the direction of propagation, and if k and E are mutually perpendicular, then E vector is perpendicular to direction of propagation. Similarly, from del dot B equal to 0, we can write I k dot B equal to 0, that is k dot B equal to 0. If k dot B equal to 0, then vector k and vector B are mutually perpendicular. So, like del dot E equal to I k dot E, if we write del cross E equal to minus delta B by delta t from Faraday's law, then we will get del will be replaced by I k. If we evaluate mathematically, then we will get I k cross E equal to minus delta by delta t b 0 e to the power I omega t, where b 0 is function of r, e to the power I k dot r is included in b 0. So, in that case we will get I k dot E equal to minus I omega b 0 r e to the power I omega t. Electric field and magnetic field are supposed to be represented by these two equations, and in this equation e to the power I k dot r is included in E 0, if then we can write electric field as E 0 e to E 0 r e to the power I omega t, where E 0 r is E 0 e to the power I k dot r. So, when it is differentiated with respect to time, then you get minus I omega b 0 r e to the power I omega t. So, k dot k cross E equal to omega b. So, b is perpendicular to vector k and vector E. Similarly, from del cross b equal to mu 0 epsilon 0 delta E by delta t, we can obtain k cross b equal to minus mu 0 epsilon 0 E. If n cap is unit vector along the direction of propagation, that is along vector k, then k cross E equal to omega b gives magnetic field B in terms of electric field E, this equation. That is all for this lecture, and in the next lecture we will understand electromagnetic waves in non-conducting media and electromagnetic waves in conducting media. Thank you.